Mauvavi.
Well, good morning, guys. This is CT Outdoors. Really didn't get to post too much last year. I know the channel was just getting kicked off and wasn't really too devoted to it with work and kids and everything else that's going on, but I think Paul and I are coming pretty hard this year with the whole filming thing and being able to get some content up on the channel. So this morning I'm out on some public property right down the road from my work. We're still a month away from the season, but at least it's nice to see if the birds are still around. You know, they have, they can change roosts in a blink of an eye. They can move across the road on the private. It's just a fun little thing we like to do right before the season. Obviously, a day or two before, opening day is the most important, but you can never put in enough scouting beforehand. That's what we're doing this morning. I planned on filming after work today at this other property that I have that's private, also right down the road from my house. So we're gonna walk up here on this little hill and see if we can hear any birds this morning. I've shot birds, heard birds, seen birds here previous times. They're kind of weird here though, they shift. You got private big farm down the road. This way is just all behind houses that's private, and there's just a nice sized chunk of state that's surrounded by private. We're gonna, well, I'll show you. This is what I'm walking down the path right now. We're gonna give it a call and see if we can hear anything. We'll see how that goes. Got cars driving by, it's hard to hear. Even the crows are sounding off now and I don't hear anything. The way this property is from here, I'm kind of on like a high point and it echoes down into the woods. Dead quiet. It's also like drizzling out right now and it's kind of cold. But the whole cold thing, the birds still gobbling it. The private property across from my work, the birds are always hammering, even if it's like 20 degrees. Yeah, we're gonna continue this video when I get out of work though. We're gonna go look at that private, like I said, and go try to cut some tracks and see how much sign is around. Well, my car is right there. So I didn't get to go too far, but I'm heading into work. So I can't walk too much, but there's nothing here this morning. Well, there could be. This might be being silent. But hey, I'll catch you after work and hopefully we can find some birds. We'll see ya. Oh, CT Outdoors, just like that. I'm out of work. We're heading down this trail on some private property that I've hunted in the past few years. The bordering property flat cut their part of the property, and it wiped the roost right out where the birds were always roosting. This farm was always loaded with birds, and ever since they did that, there hasn't been any birds. I think it's been 2 years in a row I haven't seen or heard any birds. Maybe this year's the year that they're gonna come back, so we'll see. This is the walking path here that goes up and surrounds borders a cornfield, which I can't hunt, but I can obviously call the birds from the cornfield onto this private. This is like a ridge top that goes up. It flattens out up top and overlooks the cornfield. That's where I park, and I walk in here in the morning, and I usually roost the birds, figure out where they're at. We're gonna walk down this trail here and see if we can see something. Alright, we're gonna stop here on the trail and I'm gonna make a few calls. I usually don't like to call before the season, like with an actual turkey call, but this place has been so dry with no birds, I'm just gonna see if something responds. I just ate, so forgive me if this sounds weird. Gotta get it adjusted. Just doing real soft calls, nothing too crazy. Figured if there was something close by it would respond. Whole group of wood ducks just took off too. I didn't hear anything. We're gonna walk further down this trail closer to the cornfield. One other thing that's going to be tough too is this trail is usually muddy, so I'm not going to be able to see any tracks on here. But if we get closer to the field, we'll probably be able to see some tracks. We just walked up this hill. This is the cornfield I'm talking about that surrounds this private. It's like a big oval shape that just surrounds, you know, the cornfield surrounds it. So that's why the turkey hunting was so good here. You got the cornfield and then you got the hardwoods, and they logged it out. It looks beautiful in here. Make some killer content if we can get some birds out here. We're gonna keep trekking up this way and kind of go around the whole property. Like I said, just like a horseshoe. We really haven't found anything at all for a turkey sign. Tons of deer sign. There's rub scrapes all over the place. But as in turkey, nothing yet. There's a pond, that's the pond down there. We kicked up about a dozen wood ducks. We'll keep trekking along, see if we can pick up any turkey sign. Or maybe we might get a bonus antler in the video, who knows. Oh, these are the ones that always fool you. Looks like a little calf bone, little deer bone, something. Look like an antler from far away. A small one. No sign of birds yet. Well, we made it to the outskirts of this cornfield. I did not cut a single turkey track. Plenty of deer tracks. Not one turkey track. No signs of them, nothing. It's so weird. It's such a nice property. Big cornfield, nice woods. I couldn't buy a track if I wanted to. Deer, on the other hand, loaded. Absolutely loaded. Kind of, honestly, I would say it's kind of what I expected, which I did, but in a way I had so much hope that I would run into some birds or at least see some tracks, but nothing. It's crazy. I don't really know what else to do here. I have another property that I hunt, another private property. It's loaded with birds right now. I got trail cameras out there. I got like, what is it, probably like, I got 3 Tacticams out there right now. I'll throw the pictures of the birds I've been getting in the video as well towards the end. But it's nothing. It's bone dry out here. Makes for a pretty boring video, but we at least want to get some videos out before the season starts. I guess scouting isn't the most exciting content to put out there, but it's something. Got to start somewhere. Alright, well, I'll turn this camera back on if I see anything interesting, but if not, then that's it. Try to get a few, you know, come up with a few more ideas of videos before the season. There's not too much you can do right now. Well, we'll keep walking.
Movavi.